Hi everyone! Welcome back to Molly Pope Art and part one of a tutorial on how to paint dahlias. So we're going to jump right in here. I'll have a full list of colors and materials in the description of this video. And what I started with was the middle of the dahlia. I don't know what variety this dahlia is, but it is gorgeous. Very dark purple in the middle, and actually what you're looking at is the back side of the petals. So I based them in using a color, a rouge, which is a kind of a lighter purple, dioxazine purple, permanent red, and fluorescent red. The shade area of the, in between all the petals is the darkest purple, which is the dioxazine purple. That's your shadow color for the most part. The little petals themselves were a mixture of permanent red and the rouge. Pretty basic. The highlight color was mixing in some titanium white with that rouge. So they're very basic. They're just like a really soft, rounded triangle. And moving into the petals, the outer petals were a mixture of fluorescent red, burnt sienna, permanent red, and titanium white. I used the burnt sienna as my shadow color, and even I did use a tiny bit of dioxazine purple close to around the center of the flower itself, excuse me. But for the most part, they were the burnt sienna was around towards the base of the flower, and they used I used that around to make it the little lines or the little recessed area in the flower, because each little petal is sort of like a rounded almond shape, and pretty basic, but down the center of each petal there's two little sort of indented areas, I guess I should say, and the middle part has like a little bit of a bump out. So the petal looks like it's broken into like three pieces, if that makes sense. So shading around the outside of the petal, then two lines down the middle, and then in between those, working from the edges in of each petal, was more of a mixture of the fluorescent red, and then the highlight color was the fluorescent red and the titanium white. It's really, these compound flowers that have all of these petals, I know they look really complicated, but they're not. You need to have your drawing done first, and then basically you're just coloring in your drawing with paint. When this tutorial is all finished, when I have posted all of the videos, I will add a drawing for you to work off of if you like. So if you'd like to print that off, I'll add that into my my personal Pinterest page. You can go there. It's listed under tutorials, and all of the videos, most of the videos that I've been doing recently, there are printable pages that show the full design before painting. If you'd like to use those, feel free to do so. So what I did, I just started around the middle, and this video is pretty much, I worked one portion at a time. So where I would normally, where I would normally start, maybe the outer petals, paint all those first. This video, I started with each, like I broke the flower up into quarters. So I completed the inner petals and worked my way out. And then I had to turn my paper and start on the other side. I just had shoulder surgery, so I'm limited on how far I can reach, which isn't that fun when you love to paint and you like to paint. And it makes it a little bit difficult when you're limited on your movement. So anyway, that's why I did each section, as you see, like I did the middle, painted the middle first, and then the petals themselves, and kind of worked out, and then I had to stop filming and turn the paper. So basically, back to the tutorial. Again, those outer petals are a burnt sienna towards the middle of each flower, what would be the base, which would be the closest to the middle of the flower, and working out. So that the burnt sienna is your shadow color, and a little bit of permanent red also makes a nice deep shade color for these really beautiful fluorescent dahlias. And then you'll use the fluorescent red as you work out, and those will be your highlighted areas, will be the fluorescent red. And then you're going to mix in the very, very brightest highlight color is the fluorescent red mixed with the titanium white. So you can see how I'm adding in those little deep areas. There are two little sort of recessed areas down each petal, and where I'm adding the highlight. And I will add more videos here soon, and I hope you give this a try. It is very simple. I know it looks complicated, but it's not. Trust me, if you have any questions, comments, please drop them in the comment section. Thanks so much. Check back soon for more videos.